awesome.
Everybody, hello and welcome back to the Bourbon Bar. I'm Holden.
And I'm Casey.
And Casey has found me two of my favorite bourbons. I won't call them Bookers, which technically they are. But I meant two of my favorite bourbons that come out. And that is the Bookers lineup. I always enjoy getting new Bookers. I like the stories. I like the whiskey, usually.
I think he likes having a heavy shelf is what he's saying.
Yeah, I like the boxes. Honestly, I do. I'm a sucker for a box. Look at that thing. It's pretty. It's a nice box. I can confidently say that I've had some less great Booker's batches and I've had some really great Booker's batches. And today we are going to be reviewing 2024-01 and 2024-02. Let's get some stats about these bottles. Starting with 2024-01, this one is called the Springfield Batch. It's 62.25% alcohol, 7 years, 7 months, and 8 days old. That makes it 124.5 proof. So that was the first one of this year. Casey, you want to go ahead and read the second since we did that a little bit backwards?
This one's 2402 Booker's Batch, 62.3% alcohol per volume, which is in total 124.6 proof, aged 7 years, 2 months, 22 days, Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey, coming from Jim Beam.
And this one, by the way, is called the Beam House Batch.
Forgot that part.
So that's okay. I'm not going to read you guys the whole stories, but I will give you the gist. The Springfield story goes something like this. Booker Noe was born in Springfield, Kentucky, and not actually in normal Bardstown, Kentucky, where the distillery is. So he was born in Springfield. That's where he was grown and raised. So this one is named in homage of that. And then the Beam House Batch is named because at the Beam House, they were always doing tastings of Bookers and stuff like that. So they would often bring Bookers there to determine which batch would come out and do their tastings there, hence the Beam House Batch. So obviously the stories are more in depth than that, but we're not going to read them completely because we have whiskey to drink.
Oh yeah, we got some whiskey.
We got some whiskey. Give you some new Glencairns there. You got little Bourbon Junkies and Tipsy Whiskey, and I got some Independent Joe and Grand Traverse. Let's pour them.
Beautiful.
We're not going to do them blind. We're going to pour 1 on the right side and 02 on the left side. We would do them blind, except neither Casey and I've tasted them before, but I was sick when I tasted them for the first time. And Casey has never tasted them, so it's not like we really have a way to pick favorites, one or the other. So.
Well, we're going to find out today.
Indeed we are. We're going to be reviewing both of them, but also telling you guys which one is better so you know which one to spend your hard-earned money on.
Because, like me, you might find them at the same store.
Yeah.
At the same time.
And unless you're someone like me, you may not buy them both at the same store at the same time. But, that being said, let's get Glass A 2024-01 on the nose.
This one smells pretty damn.
It does smell pretty good. You know, we had this as a pour at the Cigar Lounge, and we didn't like it as much. True. But when I drank this on the live stream, it actually took first place in my blind that I did. Now, I was sick, and I couldn't breathe out of my nose. So,
Could be a couple factors.
That's saying something. But going back on it now, it does smell nice.
There's like I almost want to say it smells like toast.
Toast? Okay. I can see a little toast. One note that I got in here, it's very spicy, and a note that I got in the live stream, which I associated with being sick, but it still has a hint of that in there, is a cayenne pepper. Yeah. It's got a light cayenne note in here. Toasty's not a bad note, but it's very spice forward. Yeah, it's very oaky as well.
I don't know, that's the first impression I got. It smells like somebody's cooking toast.
Absolutely. But, let's drink. Well, it's definitely higher proof than the other whiskeys that we've been drinking tonight.
Yep.
It does drink all of 124.5 proof. But a good way. It's got that like peanut dust on it, which I like.
It's like a spicy nut.
Spicy nuts. Who doesn't love a good pair of spicy nuts? Well. Anyway, yeah, it got spice. It's got like a salty, like peanut dust in it. I want to say
it's like savory almost.
Yeah, it's not the most sweet Booker's around.
No, but it's good. This would be really good with like a. Yeah, what am I thinking about right now? Like a brisket.
Yes, it's very savory. There's maybe more of like a little bit of a black pepper note in the palate of this.
Yes, it's a great note. It's very peanut-y though.
Yeah, it is very.
But
bean profile, very nutty.
Being allergic to peanuts, I like that though.
Casey loves his peanut notes since he is allergic. But
what do you say we get 2402 on the palate?
I would say that sounds like a splendid idea.
Sorry.
On to the Beam House batch.
Oh.
Yeah, that's really different, right?
Oh, shit.
I used to. Okay.
This is like
quite a change of pace.
Extreme opposites here.
This one is a lot more desserty and
this one's
sweet.
very mellow.
Yeah, it's
like
less
it's not
jumping out in your face.
It's not proofy on the nose, really.
No.
Maybe that's just because we came from Spice World over here, but
this one does seem like it has a little bit of like a vanilla.
Like lighter notes, yes.
Yeah, a light vanilla. There's still a little bit of that nut in there, but it doesn't seem like it doesn't seem like a salty, dusty peanut. It seems more like a creamy peanut butter. This
has a little bit of citrus in it.
That is a good one. I think I actually said that too during my live stream. Now that I'm thinking about it, there's a nice citrusy note.
I think the last one that I got citrus on was I think it was 2404.
2304.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, 2304.
Yeah, it smells nice.
It smells pretty damn good.
Let's drink it.
This one is like come way down on the spectrum from proof.
Yeah, I like it. It's a lot less aggressive.
It's like it's almost light.
Yeah, it's a completely different whiskey. I mean, that light, that citrusy aspect does come through on the palate.
Right.
And vanilla, I'm getting a lot of vanilla in here. Vanilla, citrus.
There's a good again, Jim Beam, good about a peanut note. Mm-hmm. It's like if I could eat a peanut, it's what I would imagine it coming straight out of the dang shell.
Yeah, just like raw, not raw, but
you're chewing on a nut. Yeah.
Yeah. It is good. I like it. It's hard to say which one I like better, but I do thoroughly enjoy that palate.
I like that a lot, actually.
Me too.
That's thoroughly good.
But that being said, let's sit back. We're gonna A/B these a little bit, review them, give them some grades. We'll tell you guys which one we like more, and we'll give you guys actual grades. Put numbers to these bottles after the break. All right, guys, we are back, and we reviewed both of these whiskeys thoroughly. We got some grades, and now we're gonna review them. Starting off with the nose. Okay, the nose of glass A, which is a 2024-01. I gave it an 85 out of 100. I thought it was really good, a little bit spicy. But after they opened up and we sat here with them, I thought the nose of glass B, which was 2024-02, was a lot better. I gave that one an 87 out of 100. I thought glass B had a lot of very much cream, Irish cream particularly. Like it almost gives you that Irish cream coffee creamer vibe, which is super good. I like that one better. So 85 on the 01 and 87 on the 02.
You can mark me down for the same score as Holden today.
Exact same scores. Not planned. I said mine first. I hid them, and then he said his.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much the same reasons. Spicy on the first one. Super delicious desserty. Bailey's Irish cream on the second one. It changed quite a bit actually from when we were reviewing it before, but super good. Moving on to the palate. I gave a 83 on the first one on the 2401. I don't know. I just like the little bit of proof that it hits with on the back end. It is quite a bit more spicy than the second one. I will say that. Very good peanut note, which shocking, right?
Shocking. You would never guess a peanut note to be in Booker's.
Weird.
Weird.
On 2402, I gave it an 82, very close to an 83. I just felt like it was a little bit more tame. Like this is more of like the everyday drinker to me, and this is more like you pull it out for when you want something
special,
barrel proof special.
Yeah, that hype.
Either way, great notes on each of them.
Yeah, I think I somewhat agree, but my notes or my grades are actually opposite. I gave the 01 an 82 out of 100 because, again, it's that spicy, high proof, very not the center of the line for what I thoroughly enjoy, but very interesting palate. I like the way that it switches up from a typical Booker's. Then I gave the glass 02 an 84 out of 100. I liked the way that it was tamed down. I liked the way that it was a little bit more desserty and a little bit more tame. But moving on for the value for the money, overall, in conclusion, these are both 100 and the MSRP at about $100. I got them each for about 110. Batch 01, I gave an 79 out of 100, and then batch 02, I gave an 81 out of 100. Either way, I liked glass 2 a little bit better, which is why I gave it a little bit higher of a score than glass 1 and value for the money. But they're both the same price. They're both Booker's. If you guys like one over the other, it's really more of a tasting note preference than a value thing for you guys. But that's my opinion.
Right. And I honestly couldn't decide which one's better than which because they're so different, but they're both so good. That's why I gave them both an 82 for the value for the money. I couldn't grade one higher than the other just because the difference of palate and smell and whatnot. Both really solid pours, actually. Thoroughly enjoyed both of them. Overall, for 01, I gave it an 83 out of 100, and for 02 here, I gave it an 84, which they're very, very close in the grading here for me.
Yeah, and me as well. I mean, batch 1 I gave it an 82 out of 100. Again, it's my personal preference that I don't prefer spice in my bourbons. But none of that spice is bad. And glass or 01 is a very spicy, evolutionary bourbon. So I gave it an 82 out of 100. Moving on to glass 02, I gave that an 84 out of 100 because I like the nose. I like how it brought a little more of that creamy, sweet dessertiness, which is one of my favorite parts about whiskey. So I just thought glass 02 was better. In conclusion, it's about a horse apiece. Both Casey and I both gave about 1 to 2 points higher for the 2024-02 than we did for the 2024-01, but they both received relatively good grades.
This, honestly, I think this 24-02, the Beam House batch, would appeal to a lot more people than this would.
I agree.
Just for the sole fact that this is more like, I don't know if I'd say an easy drinker, but it
approachable.
Right. It doesn't drink like it's 124 proof.
Absolutely.
This drinks all of that.
If you guys really love your Four Roses bottles, your cast strength bottles, maybe even Lux Row, something that is a little bit more spicy than sweet, you may actually prefer the 2024-01 batch. But if you love that desserty side of things, 2024-02 is the way to go. Right. But that being said, guys, if you guys enjoyed this video, please hit the like button on your way out. If you're not subscribed to the channel, do that, and then hit the join button. It's only $2 or $7 a month. And you get exclusive access to every video before it comes out, as long as I get it edited in time, and you get special emojis for when you visit us on live stream, which is on every Tuesday. That being said, Casey, what do you think these people should comment about these 2 bottles of whiskey?
Tell us which one you are most excited for, or tell us which one you've tried and how was it? Yeah.
Also, which one would you get after this review? Would you follow our lead with the 2024-02, or do you prefer a spicy bourbon, 2024-01? That being said, guys, Thank you all for being here. We love you all, and we'll see you all in the next class. Cheers.